Hello, my lovelies. It's your girl Maria, live from her car. I'm currently waiting on my spouse to get out of a work meeting. I know I have not been posting videos or anything for a while because life since last June has been effing insane. So I wanted to do a small update on what's actually happening. We're still in probate for my dad. So those of you who have been following me know that my dad died last year. We've been having to go through estate probate because he didn't leave a will. I also inherited my brother who has special needs, who's 5 years younger than me. It's just been a lot. On top of that, I've been getting a lot of voiceover work and auditions and trying to make more money because we are trying to move out of Memphis. So that is a thing. Hi, Ray. How are you doing? So because of that, because we're trying to move, I've been completely MIA. Now, I do plan on coming back and doing some Superman and Lois reviews. I really want to do a Gundam Witch of Mercury because I've been loving that show. It's been, completely on cracks. I do plan on talking about that. I'm also watching From season 2. If you're not watching that, it is a very, very good show. I think it's on Epix, but I could be wrong. I have to go back and look at that. But yeah, I know I have been MIA, and I promise you guys, I've been wanting to do videos that really have, but life has been kicking my ass. I hired a lawyer to help us with probate. I think I told you guys that. And unfortunately, this lawyer is not very good. All I've gotten from him so far is a $25,000 invoice. So I'm a little bit in my feelings. I've had a bad lawyer experience. I had somebody that was living in my dad's house that was a squatter, which I told you guys about in another update video, who pretty much stole all of my dad's assets for the most part, and his car, which I did get the car back, and took all of our family photo albums and trashed them. So I don't have baby pictures of my daughter or me or my brother or anything. I don't have any family pictures. I have nothing. It's like we don't exist, basically. So I had to get over that. And that's been a process. Also going through some health stuff. So, when you got autoimmune stuff and chronic stuff, it's always a problem. So it's just been one thing. I feel like it's been one thing piling after another. And I'm really hoping that, because we're planning to move to Dallas, because I lived in Texas before. And that's not going to be our forever home, but just to get out of Memphis, Tennessee, we're planning on going to Dallas at the end of the year. Just to get the hell out of this crime-infested city. I'm so tired of living here. There have been nothing but shootings, car thefts, break-ins on my block alone. God, since January, I think they're up to 6,200 cars being stolen in the city. And the police have given up. They're like, just go to this website and report it. We're just tired. We're understaffed. We're not getting paid. It is what it is. So it's very, very bad here. And when people get arrested for crimes, they get a slap on the wrist. They're put right back on the street and they do it again. And people as young as 12 are breaking into houses and assaulting people. So I'm just kind of sick of being here. So that's another reason I've been kind of like not doing a lot of videos, is I've been very unmotivated living here. So yeah. But I do want to start making videos. My plan going forward is I'm going to try and do Saturday streams on things to start, because I know I used to do like 2 or 3 days. I'm going to try and do Saturday streams because, like I said, I know I'm behind in Superman and Lois. I've been watching Superman and Lois. I just have not had a chance to talk about it outside, I think, the first 2 episodes I did the review on before. So I do want to talk about that. And yes, From is very good, right? I am so addicted. I saw season 1 last season while it was like airing, and I've been doing the same with season 2. Oh, I have not watched last night's video. Last night's video? Am I crazy? Yeah, yesterday was Sunday. See, I don't even know what day it is. Sunday's video, or episode this week, so I'll have to check that out. I really would like to do a series overview. I think I did one for season 1. I have to go back and look. I'm pretty sure I did do a season 1 I talked about From on the channel, but I can't remember. But I definitely want to do that. I finally got to see Ant-Man 3. So I did see that. I think it was Quantum Universe. I don't know. Your girl's tired. I did see that. I also saw the second Shazam movie recently, because they put that on streaming, so I can talk about that if we need to talk about nerdy stuff. I have recorded all of Gotham Knights in DVR, but I have not had a chance to watch it. So if you're asking me Gotham questions, I cannot do anything for you because I have not done it. But I will definitely be checking that out. Outside of that, I'm trying to think what else I have done. I haven't watched a lot. I really haven't watched a lot of stuff because I've been working and this auditioning for stuff because, you got to make that money. I did post recently. I'm in this. If you guys if you run or exercise and you use the Zombie Run app, I'm in their latest season called Season of the Hunter, and I'm like one of the villains. So I am in that, and I just posted about that. But it's and that's on Twitter. I don't have a lot to say on Twitter, but I'm trying. I'm trying to be more active, even though I still think that it's full of haterade. I do try very hard to be more active on Twitter because most of my voiceover clients are on Twitter, unfortunately, so it sucks. Trying to see what else will I ever do. Yellow Jackets. I saw the first 4 episodes, and I really love that show. I need to invest in this because I know the new season's out. It looks crazy, and it's something that, is basically a queer version of Lord of the Flies, and I'm here for it. So, but I have not had a chance to watch it all. I do believe once we are finally moved out of the city, it's going to be a lot easier for me to get back to more streams. But it is really hard. But I am trying to commit myself to start doing Saturday streams starting this Saturday. So I'm going to be posting because I want to talk about Superman and Lois for sure. I definitely want to do that stream. And if you guys are into Gundam, I'm a Gundam girl, I'm a mecha girl, that the Witch of Mercury series is absolutely effing insane, and it's got a queer overtone because the 2 main leads are female and queer for each other. So I am completely here for that show. But outside of that, if you even take our queerness out of it, which I don't normally because I'm queer, but it's everything Gundam should be. It is dark, political, and basically leaves you an undertone of what the F. So it is a very good series. If you have not checked it out and you have Crunchyroll, please check it out. And I want to say the first few episodes might even be on YouTube if you search it, but it's a very good show. They took the Revolutionary Girl Utena concept because it's the same director and writer, and they literally put it in the Gundam world. So it's completely like Gundams dueling each other or Mecha dueling each other and all that stuff. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I love it. Is that the only anime I'm watching? When I have time, I've been watching Birdie Wing, which is also inspired with Gundam characters, but it's about golf. I know that sounds really weird, but it's really good. So season 1 is already out, and season 2 they're currently posting videos on. I think they come on Friday night on Crunchyroll. So Birdie Wing is another one I've been watching. Let me see what else. Okay, I'm weird. Okay, I like magical girl stuff sometimes, so I'm watching the new Precure one. So don't hate on me for that. It's got Skyland, and my favorite color is blue. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Yeah, I think I actually have some more in my queue. People have been recommending anime to me left and right, so I do have a lot of stuff in my queue. I just haven't had a chance to look. Oh, I watched the first few episodes of Yuri Is My Job, and that's completely on crack. Or My Job, is it Yuri Is My Job? I think that's what it's called. Yeah. But if you're thinking of Demon Slayer and stuff like that, I haven't had a chance to actually watch those. I need to. I have if you look at my list that I created, because I have High Dive and I have Crunchyroll. And the only reason I have High Dive is it was a gift. My daughter got it for me because she paid for the annual subscription when they had that huge sale earlier this year. You pay for I think it was $40-something for an entire year. So I just have that subscription. But I do need to check that out. Do I watch One Piece? Only my friend Jennifer Lee played a small character in it, so I've watched her episodes, but I don't think I've actually checked out the entire series. Plus, I think Kyle's in it. Kyle Aber, my friend Kyle. So I have friends that are in One Piece, the dub version, but I haven't actually had a chance to watch it. But I do know they have a live action one coming out on Netflix because everyone's talking about it. So maybe I'll check it out. I know there's probably 800 episodes. I also have not watched My Hero Academia. People have been telling me to watch it. I also know people that are in the dub of that. It's just whenever there's so many episodes, I get really overwhelmed because it's so hard for me to have time to do things now. So it's just overwhelming. Not to say that I won't do it. I mean, I might go a whole One Piece like marathon for a few weeks and try and knock them out. You never know. But right now, I've heard of it. I have not seen it. I want to say I saw the first episode, but I am not entirely sure. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I do know that it's very popular, just like My Hero Academia. So I know the love is there. But yeah, I haven't really, outside of that, I haven't really been, like, I've been keeping up with all the other shows that just ended, like The Mandalorian has ended. So that's, gone for the season. The Last of Us, which was effing amazing. Better have a season 2. Better have a fucking season 2. Love it. But as for like other shows, I haven't had a chance to get into a lot. I also watch weird stuff. Like, I like NCIS Hawaii. So they may not be weird, but I like the show. I don't know. I like Hawaii is probably why. And I watch SWAT, and I watch Station 19. So I know I have really broad taste. Okay. I don't watch reality shows though. So that's the thing. I don't do that. Do I read manga? I do read manga and webtoons. I do. Now, I'm a big comic book nerd, as you guys already know. So if it's not comic book related, most of the manga that I'm into is usually Yuri. So maybe not what you're into. I don't know. I did watch the Justice League RWBY movie. I actually got the Blu-ray. So I finally watched that last week. I got questions. It wasn't bad. I just got questions, and I need to know when the sequel is coming out, but I've got some questions. And then I watched the last season of RWBY, so I've watched Volume 9. I've got some comments on that too, because I probably need to just put that in the video and be like, this is my overall opinion of Volume 9 of RWBY, because I checked it out. I watched all of it in 2 days, and spaced out because they're shorter. I think some of the episodes were like 12 minutes, which is crazy. I don't know if we're getting a Volume 10, but if we don't, then that's going to be problematic considering how they ended that series. So if you're into RWBY, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, just ignore that completely. But I got questions. I'm also trying to figure out, because the CW did the ultimate slaughter of the Arrowverse. I've watched all the episodes of the last season, the season 9 of The Flash, except for the final episode. I did record it. I have not watched it, but when I do my stream on Saturday, I will include The Flash in with Superman and Lois. That'll be like our last Arrowverse video, since I don't think we really have an Arrowverse. The only show we seem to have right now is Superman and Lois that may be renewed, and I have no idea if Gotham Knights will even be renewed. So I haven't checked it out. I know that Diggle's show got canceled. I think that was going to be Gotham U or whatever, or Gotham University. I don't know, where he gets metahumans to go to investigate this college or university. So I did know that was a possibility of coming out, but honestly, I don't know. Since that's canceled, I don't really know if Gotham Knights is going to be renewed either, because they seem to be canceling everything that is Arrowverse related. And even though technically I don't know if Gotham Knights is considered Arrowverse, I think they're also trying to penny pinch. So they may be pushing that out to keep Superman and Lois, which honestly, your girl's still bitter over Stargirl, because I really think that had potential to go further, and it really annoyed me that they canceled that show, because I really enjoyed Stargirl a lot. And it was probably one of the more accurate ones. They changed the ages and they changed a few things, which they always do. But I mean, it was really good. So I'm still in my feelings about Stargirl getting canceled. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, because I don't know if they're even going to renew Superman and Lois. If they cancel Superman and Lois, I have no interest in the CW anymore. I don't have any reason to watch it, because they already got rid of so many shows, that I liked and that I was into, and even some that I was starting to like. I'm like, oh, this show is cool. Oh, it's already canceled. So I'm like, it's just what it is. So yeah, I heard about Winchester. I know Winchester got canceled. The Winchesters got canceled. What was the other one? Oh, it was set in the West. I want to say it's in the same universe. Wasn't it their great grandmother or whatever? It's the same girl from Shadowhunters when her show got canceled. and the same one who played Mia, in Arrowverse. Like, she just seems to get on these shows that just keep getting canceled. Like, I feel really bad for her. But yeah, I can't remember what it was called. But that show I heard was Acts 2. To be fair, though, Disney went on a sweep and started removing shows. And I mean, what really irritated me about them is they were removing stuff that had a lot of queer content. And this is Pride Month, which is bullshit. Especially Willow. I effing loved Willow. I don't know the status. I don't know if it's canceled. I don't know if they're on hiatus, if they're going to renew it. I don't know what's going to happen with it. But they took it off Disney Plus, which is fucking stupid. So I am not just Disney Plus off of, if you're able to get it on Hulu or any other streaming service, Willow is gone. And so I'm annoyed. Was it canceled? Yeah, that makes me mad because Willow was very good. Even the soundtrack of that series was fucking A. So the fact that they canceled that show and then some of the stuff they're choosing to renew is just bullcrap. I don't know. They can't afford to keep it. Well, they can afford to run all these parks and put out like $1 million attractions and $2 million attractions. Don't actually license something if you know you can't fund it. Sell it to somebody else. Give the rights to someone else. Don't hold on to a clause saying nobody can do something for 5 or 6 years. Give it to someone else if you think you can't do something with it. Don't be selfish. That's how I feel about this. I'm telling you. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I mean, if they can't afford that, then The Mandalorian is probably going to get canceled too, because The Mandalorian has a huge budget, and their actors are top. They're probably making a lot more money than the people are in Willow. So if that is true, then that means they need to cancel The Mandalorian, and I don't want them to because I love The Mandalorian. But I mean, don't be a hypocrite. You need to cancel all of these shows. So that is how I feel about it. River is coming into the car, guys. I'm on live stream, babe. But yeah, so I just feel like you need to pick your battles, and if you feel like you can't afford to produce a show, you just need to. you should have never done it in the first place. That's why they have marketing and quarterly reviews. They should know what their budget is going forward. They knew the hit that COVID had. They knew how much money they lost. They know when you buy other companies, if you use AT&T and all of these other companies that forecast things and want to see revenue up front, they want to see immediate returns on their investment, and you are a studio where that's not possible, then you need to stop. If you're licensing all these Disney Marvel movies and you're spending money out the woo-ha, don't pick up all these other ones that you know you're not going to be able to afford. And you can't tell me that they canceled the Owl House because they lost money. Don't get me started with Disney. That shit pisses me off. And then you go into the store and see all the Pride merch. I'm done. No, don't get me on my soapbox in this car. All I know is if what you're saying is right, Ray, and they canceled Willow, that's another notch for Disney. I'm not a big fan of anything that they do. I think their business practices are horrible. So that's how I feel about that situation. But yeah, so my spousey is here, guys, and I know we've been on here for only 18 minutes, but your girl's got to drive home. But I wish I could show you my background. You can see it's getting dark, and I'm downtown, and I don't want to end up one of those news outlets saying people shot in the car for sitting stupidly downtown in a crime-infested city. So, but I will be setting up our Arrowverse review trailer, where we're just going to talk shit about the Flash, and we're going to talk about what's going on with Superman and Lois, because this season has been fucking A. I am loving Superman and Lois. Minus one character, which you already know a character I don't like in this show. Poor child. But I will be talking about that, and I probably will do, if I can, I might try and sneak in my Gundam Witch of Mercury kind of like overview so far, because it's still going. We better have a season 3. There's no way we have 3 episodes left. There's no way they can actually resolve everything that's happening in the show in 3 episodes. It's not possible. And then I'll try and see if I can get some of the other stuff I'm into, like From, because From is a really crazy freaking show. So I really would like to try to do that too. So, all right, guys, I love you. I'm not even going to do my normal approach to nerd catchphrase. I'm just going to be saying have a great, rest of your evening. Say a prayer for me because your girl's got to drive. City of Memphis, and it's dangerous out here. It's really dangerous in these streets. So, yeah, Not even exaggerating. But yeah, pop some love down below if there's anything you think I should watch, anything you think that I should talk about, and I promise you I will do my best to do it. Sorry, my update video has taken so long. I know. Life has just been biting me like a bad piranha on crack with a dairy impediment in the ass. So I'm trying very hard, like Cocaine Bear without his stash. Um, but I am trying to get back on track, and I promise you, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. I have not forgotten you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right. Bye, guys. I will see you later. Say a prayer for me.